Several in the city.
Live, special, amazing POMPEII.
We're in a private home here, so someone had really a lot of
historical bath,
a lot of space,
front,
and in his private place, he or her had this bath complex. This is only
historical history, UK 2025.
So
time's down there. Date today is the
bath, you had cold, fresh water
17th of January.
The aqueduct here, and then you have the warm
Friday morning, guys, 2025.
So it's a bit like a hammam. You go through various spaces. We're in a courtyard here, so it's partly open air, and this is really what made us think how to explain the fact that in a private home you have such a huge bath complex.
Yeah, I mean this is an unusual discovery here, isn't it? I mean, normally to go into a bath you'd go to sort of the public baths, so the person who owned this must have been very wealthy.
Yeah, and they probably had parties going on with bankers and
I can imagine so.
Bathing. We know that this was often linked in the Roman world, and why? Because they wanted to have fun, but also because they needed support maybe for elections and political activities and
business
affairs, and so it had also a social function in this society.
Yes.
Sitting around the ledge on this pool, chatting to your friends, taking a dip in the hot weather. I'm just going to show you something.
News, guys.
If you want to make a deal, right? It's working better here with a glass of wine than maybe in
a formal
office,
setting.
Right?
Yes, exactly. And I'm just going to show you some of the features here. I mean, we've got these steps, a pipe here which would have let the cold water come out into the pool. And just on the corner here, this is one of my favourite things, a little pot that was found exactly
here since almost 2,000 years. It's exactly
extraordinary. Wow. That's incredible.
AD when POMPEII was buried and destroyed.
Teetering on the edge. Now, we're just going to move around a little bit to show you another part of the bathhouse. I mean, there's lots of scaffolding here because of these exquisite columns around the place. So we're going to head over to here, and these, I mean, they're lovely, the pots here. I mean, would you normally find pots like this in the middle of a bathhouse?
Because what we have in mind when you think of the Roman world are often these drawings and based on texts essentially and excavations of destroyed houses. Here in Pompeii we find everything as it was in 79, and probably it might have been normal that the Roman world was a bit more stuffed and disorderly than we think, but it might also be linked to reconstruction and renovation work going on in the house. You see,
no, 79.
A pipe. This is also maybe
79,
not
but yeah,
so
79.
normal because it was not covered. So maybe they were rebuilding some of the water system and the bath complex.
I mean, I love the plumbing here. Yeah. Roman plumbing is really, I mean, it's really neat. It's the kind of stuff you don't normally think about, but water would have been piped off into the street.
Yeah, and they had actually hot water and cold water. So there's a room without any decorations, painting, because there were slaves working there. This is the dark side of Roman history. They had many enslaved workers,
like we did in our time
in this society,
English
and they would make a fire
Empire.
under a huge water boiler, and then you had hot and cold water for the bath complex.
Yeah, so you've got the luxury, and then the poor people having to supply the luxury.
Winter too, so
yeah, a bit of both. And just up here, just very quickly, I'm just going to give us a little glimpse of the lovely fresco.
Wow.
Athletes in various poses, and it has something to do with religious rituals also. So it's meant to create an atmosphere of Greekness. So the Greek culture was kind of the model for all this.
Well, Gabriel, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic, and it just shows you kind of how luxurious this spa-like complex is. I mean, you can almost imagine the Romans here, just now, bathing, chatting to their friends. I mean, it's an astonishing space. It's lovely.
Rebecca,
there you go. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, channel Sign Jones, on the force be with you always, because what needs to make. We need to listen to my friends Barky and Jembo every Friday at 3 to 5 p.m. ITF Friday thing and Sarah Hill's Ratio Friday. And this is my friend Shane, live for the years at 10 to 12 p.m. which is on today on Sarah Hill's Ratio live with Cindy Lou at 10 to 12 p.m. on Sarah Hill's Ratio. This is my friend John on Last Show every Sunday at 9 to 12 and live on the Woke Up Show on Last Show every Sunday. Please subscribe on Sign Jones, mate.